Hello everybody, welcome to the Ozarks Sports Report Show. Here joined with the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Bryan Harmon. And for today's show, we got a weekly recap to do with the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Bryan Harmon. Recapping their games from the past 2 weeks, the Pirates opened the season in the Purdy tournament with a 10-0 win against Verona. Then the Pirates got loss number 1 against Hartville. That was a 2-0 loss to Hartville. Pirates got back to the win column with a 10-0 win against East Newton. Then they got another win up in mid-Missouri with a win against Lincoln. That score was 13-3. Pirates got loss number 2 to Russellville. That was a 9-8 loss in 8 innings against Russellville. Then the Pirates came back home, took on Class 4 Hollister, and they lost to Hollister by a score of 10-1. Then the Pirates went up to U.S. Ballpark in Ozark, and they played Pierce City and defeated Pierce City by a score of 19-1. Pirates also got another loss to Marion Searly Morrisville, and they lost to them by a score of 7-4. Then the Pirates got a win against Galena. That was a 10-5 win against Galena. That was a come-from-behind win against Galena, and that final score was 10-5. Then the Pirates opened with the Hartville tournament with a 8-4 loss against Conway. Coach Harmon, what was the initial ingredients that you had going into the games that opened the 2021 spring season?
Well, we came in knowing we were coming off a good fall, but we also knew that didn't really matter to the teams we were playing. I built up a tough schedule, and of our 5 losses so far, every team we've lost to is either state ranked or been receiving votes in the state rankings, and then we've got more of those coming up this week. And then some of the teams we've beaten are pretty good teams, and I built a schedule with this team in mind that hopefully we can learn from it and get better as we go along and be playing well at the right time.
Just be getting better as the season progresses and being better at the right time. So what were the positives that you saw on the field in those games with, once again, Hartville, Verona, East Newton, Lincoln, Russellville, Hollister, Pierce City, Marion Searly Morrisville, Galena, and Conway?
Well, early on I thought our defense was positive. Even in the fall, even when we were winning a lot of games, we were making some errors and not playing great defense. But I believe our first 7 or 8 games we were averaging fewer than 1 error per game. Had a couple games here lately where we've made some mistakes. The Conway game, we played errorless baseball till the top of the 7th and then made a couple of key errors that allowed them to pull away. And then, the hitting's been sporadic. We've out-hit our opponents in some of the games that we lost, but then we've also, just not put together the hits at the right time and not come through in the clutch.
It's not come through in the clutch. And so moving on from the positives to the negatives, what were the negatives that you saw from the games with Hartville, Verona, East Newton, Lincoln, Russellville, Hollister, Pierce City, Morrisville, Galena, and Conway?
Well, we've not hit consistently, and I feel like we've pitched well at times, but we've given up the big inning in a lot of our losses. The Russellville, after 2 innings, we're down 8-1, like we don't have a shot, but then we come back and tie it, send it to extra innings, and they beat us on a blue pit. And then the initial state rankings come out and they're number 1, so we feel like we can compete with anybody. Morrisville's number 4, and we competed with them. We lost by 3 runs and lost had 3 outs at the plate. A couple of base running mistakes, and then just one by me over aggressive and sending somebody that I probably shouldn't have. And we get those 3 runs, it's a whole different ball game, and who knows? Maybe we tack on more in those innings and we maybe pull that one out. But our base running has to improve, our hitting has to become more consistent, and our pitching has to limit the big inning.
That base running does have to limit the big inning. So going on to the corrections, you guys got Purdy coming up tomorrow night. That's going to be at 5 o'clock. This is the team that is at the top of the SWCL with an 8-3 record. You guys sit at 5-5. So what's it going to be if you want to get back up to a game above 500 and get Purdy down to 8-4?
We just have to come out and play Crane baseball. We've kind of gotten away from that, it seems like. We just have to come out and do our thing and play the way we're capable of playing, and not really worrying about the opponent or the pitcher on the mound or anything. We just got to do what we have to do.
Just do what you guys have to do. And also another positive thing about Crane, when they've played Purdy, you guys have been 3-1 against Purdy since the fall of 2019. So with that being said, what does that say for this Crane baseball team when they have played Purdy in the fall?
When we play Purdy, it's always tough. We've both won some games over the last few years, and we've had some close ones. We've had some not so close, but we always compete, and they compete. We know we're going to get their best. effort, and they're going to hopefully get ours. And just it's going to, if we both play well, it's going to come down to the end.
It's going to come down to the end. Now, talking about the players, who do you think would be the player of the week that shined out on the diamond from the games with Hartville, Verona, East Newton, Lincoln, Russellville, Hollister, Pierce City, Marion Sierra League, Galena, and Conway?
I couldn't pick an individual player. We've just got a different guy each night. Isaac Robinson right now is swinging a hot bat. Other guys have been streaky. Some started out hot and have cooled off. And we've had some good pitching performances. Chase Conrad shutting down a big East Newton team. Isaiah Smith starting off. Had back-to-back games with a home run and followed the next one to lead off the game with a triple in a really big ballpark that probably would have been a home run in a lot of other places. So it's just streaks. We've got to overcome the adversity and try to keep from being so streaky, and everybody be consistent.
Everybody be consistent. And now talking about districts, you're in Class 2, District 7. We don't know where you guys will be seated, that will be in May, I believe. But yes. Where will districts be at this year?
They'll be hosted by Purdy this year.
Hosted by Purdy this year. So with some district opponents you guys have to play from District 7, which would be, of course, Purdy. You guys have also Blue Eye, Galena, Marionville, and Verona. If you guys have played, you guys have already played Galena and Verona. So in order to be the top dog in the districts, what's it going to have to be to be the top dog in the districts?
You just got to win your games against district opponents and try to get the highest seed you can. And then when the district comes around, it's just whoever's playing well on that day and that particular week.
Just depends on who you're playing that particular week. And also looking further down the line in the schedule, you guys will have to go back to Hartville. You guys will be taking on Norwood, and then further down the line, the finals will be for the Hartville tournament will be further down the line. So what do you know about Norwood? And also the games that you're going to be playing as well will be Forsyth, New Covenant, and Wablo. What do you know about Wablo? What do you know about Forsyth? And what do you know about Norwood?
All good teams. We don't shy away from playing good teams this year, and we put them on our schedule because it's going to make us better. And we've got 5 this week, and they're all 5 winnable games, but they're all 5 teams that could beat us. And it's just going to come down to who executes in those games.
If there are final words you had to say to the coaches that you played, those were 10 coaches that you guys have played. They were from Hartville, Verona, East Newton, Lincoln, Russellville, Hollister, Pierce City, Morrisville, Galena, and Conway. What would your words be to all those coaches that you've played?
Just continued good luck to them unless they're playing us, and we just hope to continue to face them some more and just be competitive every time we step on the field.
Just be competitive every time you guys step on the field. Now we'll end today's show for today. We hope you enjoyed our show. We hope you enjoyed us sitting down with the head coach of the Crane Pirates, Coach Bryan Harmon. If you'd like to stay connected with the Crane Pirates through their social media, be sure to like them on Facebook. Also follow them on Twitter. Their Twitter is at Crane_Coach on Twitter. Also follow their Instagram as well. And check out their website. Their website is at crane.k12.mo.us. Also check out Michigan.org for their schedule, as I will mention they will be taking on the Purdy Eagles tomorrow at 5 o'clock. That's a 5 o'clock start time here from Crane. If you'd like to stay connected with Ozarks Sports Park through our social media, be sure to like us on Facebook. Also follow us on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and check out our website. Our website is ozarksportsreport.com/ozarksportsreport. One final time, we want to thank Coach Bryan Harmon for sitting down with us to talk about this weekly recap. For one final time, I'm Adam Smith from the Ozarks Sports Report saying, have a good day, everybody.